Oh boy. Get ready for this podcast today. Oh, I gotta get used to looking at it this way because if I look that way, it look like I'm more even cockeyed than I'm already am. Get ready for this podcast today? Say yo! Checking what a stewardess. Like woo 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 woo. How they would have feel steamy. Rather put a post steamy. I'm gonna ice. I don't put nothing in my. No, they said. That's a whole 2 days later. But it's beautiful out here. I ain't gonna lie. Look at these things right here. That thing start moving. That's crazy. I know or don't know what upstate New York looks like. That's what it looks like. Yeah, that's what it looks like. About to podcast I'm about to set up right here. I don't even know what that's there for. Beautiful setup, isn't it? Yeah, that's fire. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. Get out of here. Ain't no time to be romantic when I'm trying to focus over here. These people be in the middle. Oh, what he's doing over there. Nah, don't worry about what I'm doing over here. Just mind my business. Anyways, I'm gonna need for y'all to like and subscribe off the rip. Don't ask who I am until you like and subscribe. Dun, 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 Alright, you like this, subscribe? Alright, I can tell you. My name is Goodbye Forever. I'm your host for today. For those who don't know, you're tuned in with a word with forever. This is forever. Yay! Your fellow content creator. I'm your fellow artist. I'm your fellow musician. I'm your fellow greatest entertainer that ever lived, to be honest with you. So now that we got that out of the way, we're going to get straight into what we go talk about. Pour into who pours into you. My people. You got to be very cautious. And if I walk around, that's okay. It helps me think even more because I'm exercising. You got to be very cautious of who you pour into and who pours into you. Because a lot of people, I notice that there's patterns with themselves getting hurt for real. Whatever broke you as a kid. I know I bring this up a lot of times, but the majority of what you see is people will become hurt because of what happened in their childlike nature or whatever that happens in their childhood. It starts from there. It starts from your parents. That's why they say be careful of who you have kids with, who you have children with, because all of the characteristics that's in them. Yeah, I caught myself. All of the characteristics that's in whoever that gave you birth comes out. Sometimes it skips a generation. I was talking about this with my mom the other day. I don't know how it skips, but it does skip. Oh, there we go. There we go. Might as well do a time check. My phone on 10%. We only at 12:13. So I'm gonna speed up the process for real because I ain't got that much time before my phone dies. But like I said, whoever you have kids with, their DNA, their characteristics come off onto them, and it comes off into whoever's born. And then within on that, they have their own personality too. So you definitely got to be careful who you have kids with for real, or do a little background check of the family because you might be thinking that's the love of your life, but if y'all breed, you could be birthing Chucky, the seed of Chucky. For real, you never know. That's why some people be scared to adopt people because they don't know what they're getting. It's like surprise, you know what I'm saying? But anyways, alright, don't cancel me off of that. I'm just speaking the truth. You know what I'm saying? Y'all, they're trying to cancel me for the longest with the shadow ban and all of that. But let's get FYP. Let's get engagement. Let's get all of that. Push me out because I'm good for the youth. That's my little whatever it was. But anyways, like I said, pour into whoever pours out into you is very important because it will save you a lot of time. It'll save you a lot of energy. It'll save you a lot of effort. I can't speak English today or something. It'll save you a whole lot of effort. I know when I was younger, and this is not even mean though. It's not even mean. Be safe than sorry. It's better to be safe to be sorry, like they say, right? The only reason why they say that is because lot of people don't have your best interest. It might seem like it is, but the world is not how it used to be. Even from when I was born, it's very much so different. It's like generosity. We'll be on a podcast soon, bro. Anyways, like I said, generosity is not a thing. It's not heavily promoted or pushed anymore because it's us people as humans. We became so desensitized with just worrying about ourselves for real, and that's a human thing for real. Worrying about yourself. That's back in the days. Remember they thought, what was it, heliocentric or whatever? If not, the opposite geo or whatever it was. But basically, back in the days, humans used to think that humans, the Earth, was the center of the world, and that's just a fleshly thing with us. Sometimes we become more selfish and more stingy with our nature of what our wants is. If you really think about it, when you give a person a gift, right? You give a person a gift, they just want to see your reaction of how happy that you are. That's type selfish if you really think about it, right? Not trying to be pessimistic, but it's actuality a thing for us to order. Is that rainfall? In order for us to even relate to people, or rather to understand people, we got to put ourselves in their shoes, but we don't even think about their shoes. We just think about automatically us, and that's just actually a thing. So it's just like you got to be careful of who has your best interest for real, because there's a lot of people out here that just want to see you crash out, bro. There's a lot of people out here that just prey on people's downfall. There's a lot of people that doesn't have no principle, morals, and what else. Yeah, you got it. You got it. I don't know what I was about to say, but you got it though, because I say it in every video. But basically, in the sense where I'm saying is, pour into whoever pours into you, because that will save you the time, like I said, the pain, the effort, and the energy and stuff like that. Once you know how to move accordingly with people, life becomes much easier. Like me, I don't go nowhere that I'm not welcome. And if I do, it's just because I'm trying to check out the scene or my surroundings of what's going on and update, because I don't be in people business at all. So that's not being nosy, that's being smart. Where I come from, Rock 585, shout out more people. When I come from, I had to know my surroundings in order for me to navigate and move the way that I want to move, because you never know. Out here in small cities, if you live in a small city, because I don't live in the city where I'm from, I live in the city where I grew up, kind of. So it's just like, within a sense of that, you have to be tapped in at all times of what's going around in your surroundings, because you never know. If you do go out and decide to have a good time and pop out and have a good time, now there's shots flying, and everybody running around and stuff like that, and you get hit because you with the person that had beef with the whole town. You know what I'm saying? You got to be mindful of everything of what you place in yourself and the situations that you engage. Also within that, addiction, substances for real. And I don't want to touch too much on that, because I feel like I got to do a separate category, because I have a whole story with that. Time check, 7 minutes. All right, yeah, addiction for real. Something could become so harmless, the next thing that you know, you're hooked on it. And what's not a problem with a person that's actually involving in the activity that you're doing for real, it might hit you harder than it hit them, to be honest with you. Or it only takes one time for a person to pass away or drop or die or anything like that, because you got hooked onto something that wasn't even in your nature for real. I done seen it, bro. I done heard stories. You know what I'm saying? For anyone who's watching this, I'm not coming after you specifically. I'm just saying what I heard and I know. And the mosquitoes is out here, boy. But yeah, you gotta be careful with your surroundings with that too, or and whoever pours into you. Y'all should be talking about business. Y'all should talk about real estate. Y'all should be talking about growing faith in God. Y'all should be talking about positive things, getting out, working out, nature, hiking, trips, all of this. Not no he say, she said, and talking about whoever that you used to grow up with and how they're doing something with their life and you're not, or if you are and you're still miserable because you just be high and drinking and going downtown all the time. That's what most people do in here, because they don't have nothing going for their lives, and they're gonna be here to the day that they die. That's their decision. You know what I'm saying? Everybody has a choice. You have a choice when you're born, to free will. Do you want to live right or not? That's what I'm here for. I tell you the truth. I'm not sugarcoating anything. And then within that, last thing I'm gonna say, be careful of the person who hangs around everybody. Time check. Be careful of 8 minutes and 50. There's a lot of people that I notice, and this ties into what I was saying earlier about being hurt in your childhood, like and stuff like that. Be careful of the person who hangs around everybody, bro, because you never know what's going on. If they have a best friend every single week, or if someone gets locked up and sent away, and you have a new crowd or anything like that, or you beef with a person that you used to be with, and now you with a different crowd that you wouldn't be with because you just can't be alone. Watch out for that person, bro, because they would do anything to you. They'll tell your business. They'll snake you. They'll send you to jail. They'll do anything that they can, because people who hangs out with everybody is not a good person. I ain't gonna lie. I'm talking about in the sense of if they don't have nothing going for themselves for real. It depends on what you pour into and what they pour into you. You know what I'm saying? If y'all doing business and taking care of responsibilities at home, and y'all put money in your pockets and stuff like that, and y'all talking about staying out the way and not going out so much, or if you do go out, you know what I'm saying, here and there and stuff like that. But if drama and attention is the center of everything that y'all do, and like y'all just going around terrorizing the town, or basically just stirring up trouble, or just waiting for trouble to brew in the mix, stay away from that person, bro. And that's all I had to say for you today. Short little episode, what I usually do on a word with forever. This is forever. Yay!